this is you. You hate cooking, you hate meal prep, you hate eating the same boring bland meals every single day, but you also want to lose fat and you also have goals to reach. So instead of spending a whole 15 hours in the kitchen having 25 different tupperwares every single week, we're gonna do things differently. I want to introduce you all to ingredient meal prep. This is not normal meal prep, this is totally different. Normal meal prep is where we pre-make every single full meal, whereas this, we just prep the ingredients. We prep the protein, the carb, the veg, the fat source, that you can have flexibility, you can have different meals every single day, but it's still as convenient as meal prep because it's in the fridge, we can get it out in 2 seconds. And the cool thing is, it's so easy to do. You're not having to think at the start of the week, ooh, am I gonna have to make this meal and get all these ingredients and do this and do this and do this? No, we just need to buy the food in from the food shop and prep it all there and then it's done for the week. If you've just come to this video now, this is actually part 2 of a 2-part series. The first part was posted last week where I took you through my whole entire grocery shop method, showed you how you could save 17 hours a week on your food shop and also save about £2,000 a year. So if you want to know how to do your food shop for fat loss, go over to the previous video first and then come back to this video and you'll be ready to prep with the ingredients. So today in under 60 minutes, we're going to be making sticky Sriracha chicken, some juicy chicken patties, some high protein fluffy rice, some crispy potato cubes, and a load of juicy roasted veggies. And if you did come from last week's video and remember to come back this week, put hands up below so I know who my real subscribers are and I can see that you've come to this video as well. But now you're all here, let's go. So this first one, we're going to start off with the 3 trays. We're going to get 3 over and done with. First of all, we're going to do chicken, veggies and potatoes. Prep them all in 5 minutes, whack them in the oven for 30 minutes, and whilst it's in the oven for 30 minutes, we're going to do the things. In under an hour, you'll get all this done. Let's start with the chicken. For the chicken, we're going to be doing a honey Sriracha chicken. This method is so easy because all you do is whack it all on a tray, you marinate it all in the tray, and then you just put it straight in the oven. Oil up your tray. If you're just doing this for one person, I would recommend just doing 3 breasts, and then you can do it twice a week, which means everything's always fresh and you're not overdoing it and wasting food. And to save washing up as well, we're just going to marinate everything on the tray. It might be a little bit messy, it might not be as aesthetic, but that's not the look we're going for. We're going for efficiency and convenience. So we're going to do a bit of soy sauce. I'll put all the ingredients and measurements in the description below. Some honey, some Sriracha, and some garlic. Then we're just going to get our hands dirty and just marinate that all together. If you do have a little bit more time and want to marinate this beforehand, you could put this in like a Ziploc bag, marinate it for like a day before. But today we don't have that time and we're just going to put it all together like this and whack it straight in the oven. And that's our chicken done. We're going to put that to the side. Then moving on to the veggies, we're going to get the 3 veggies that we chose in our food shop last week. You're going to grab your tray, oil it up, roughly chop the ends off and whack those straight on the tray. I've got some baby corn. We're going to roughly chop that again. This doesn't need to be perfect at all. We're going for convenience. We're going for speed. We just want food that's going to be convenient in our fridge, ready to eat. Pop that straight on there. And then our peppers. Chop them up. Now we're going to keep it dead simple with this one and just put a bit more oil on it, pepper, a little bit of salt, and some mixed herbs. Get your hands all involved in there. Give them a bit of a rub about. It's our veggies sorted. And then tray number 3 is going to be our carbs. So we've got some sweet potatoes and some good old squash. Now, because I'm trying to be efficient today, I did actually pick up some frozen butternut squash, which is already peeled, already chopped. Because if you try to chop one of these bad boys, first of all, it's a workout in itself. But second of all, it just takes forever. When I do have a little bit more time, I'll chop one of these bad boys up, but I'm going to use frozen today. And if you're losing fat, mix them both of these together rather than just having sweet potato. Butternut squash is half the calories to sweet potato. So if you mix them both, you're still going to get the sweet potato, but you're just going to get the volume from the squash, which is going to obviously give us the same amount of food, but low calories, which is what we want. So we're going to do the exact same again. Oil, 500 grams of sweet potato, 500 grams of squash. Then we're going to season it up with a load of paprika, some pepper, some salt, and a little bit more oil. Get that all combined. Now it's time to bang all these 3 trays straight into the oven. We've got that on about 200 degrees and all of that will be totally done in 35 minutes. Now, in that 35 minutes, we're not just gonna sit in our ass and just scroll on TikTok. We're gonna get prepping the rest of the stuff for the week. We're moving on to the rice. This is a hack if you don't know about this. This is my big boy slow cooker. It is the Ninja one, so it does have a few more settings on it, but I'm pretty sure you could do this in a slow cooker. It doesn't really matter. This has got the steam. What we do is we make rice, and we don't just make rice, we make protein rice. rice. And he's probably thinking, Bethany, protein rice. Like, rice is just carbs. What are you going about? Just wait, because I've got a really, really good hack for you. First of all, we're just going to put a little bit of oil on the bottom. And we're going to weigh out 300 grams of rice. And yes, this is the size rice that we get, because this costs us £5, okay? It will last us about a month. Whereas those little microwave sachet packets, like each one's about £1.50. And this tastes way better, it's way more fresh, got way less ingredients in as well. It takes 10 minutes, so why wouldn't you? We're gonna do 300 grams of rice, put that straight in the cooker. And then whenever you make rice, you want 1 portion rice, 2 portion liquid. We're gonna need 600 ml of boiling hot water. And then this is where the high protein part comes in. If you don't know about this trick, I need to get you on it. M&S bone broth. You can't just get from M&S, like there is everywhere else that will do bone broth, but I get mine from M&S. They come in these frozen packets. So you get a load, you put them in the freezer, and then whenever you want some bone broth, you get it out. 2 of these is 12 grams of protein and only 50 calories. 12 grams of protein and 50 calories. That's insane. So we're gonna put, how many have we got in here? Got 5. So that's gonna keep our rice high in protein, but not only that, bone broth is really good for like your skin, your nails, all that collagen, all that good stuff, you know? Get your bone broth in your rice and you'll be thanking me later. So give that a good mix around and just bang it straight on top of the rice. That's it. Give it a little mix around just to make sure everything is getting all covered with the water and not sticking. We're gonna put the lid on and then we're gonna put that on steam for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's all we need, and then it'll be done. Now, last prep of the day, we're gonna make my juicy chicken patties. These are great for putting with rice. You can put them with potatoes. You can have them for your breakfast with eggs. You can have them as a snack just during the day. Each patty is 60 calories and 10 grams of protein. That is insane. It's going to help you hit your protein goal. It's going to keep you full for longer, and they literally taste amazing. Like, they taste so good. Let's get straight into it. We're going to get ourselves a shallot. Cut that up really roughly. The reason why we've got a shallot is because it helps hang on to all of the flavors in the chicken. It also gives a nice crunch as well. Pop that straight into a dish. Trying to cry. Oh my god. Then we're going to get ourselves some chicken mince. Now, the one that I got from the shop today says 6%, but the usual one that I get from Tesco or M&S, I think, is like 3 or 4%. Depending on where you get it from, you can get lower fat ones if you do, but get your chicken mince and just whack it straight into the same bowl. As easy as that. And then all we're going to do from here is just whack all the spices in, mix it up, and then shove it on the pan. It's honestly as simple as that. So oil, we're going to go in with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, paprika, a little bit of mixed herb, garlic, chili if you like it hot, no chili if you don't like it hot. And then all we're gonna do, get our hands in there and mix it all around. Just don't be afraid, get it in there, get it done. I know it's disgusting, but get some really good chicken patties out at the end of it. You want to just make sure when you're doing this that all of the seasoning is like getting dispersed all over the place. You don't want to have like one chicken patty with like loads of paprika in and then one with none. So just keep on mixing it together until it looks even Steven. Once you've done that, you're going to wash your hands. And then a really good trick to make sure that we're getting each bowl even, and obviously if we are tracking our calories, we want everything to be even. We don't want one that's going to be double the amount than the other. We're going to first of all wet our hands, because what this does when you're dealing with any meat, your hands are wet, it doesn't stick to your hands anymore. Really good trick. Because we forgot to weigh it out beforehand, we're going to press the scales to 0. We're going to lift out this giant chicken nugget, and then we've got 588 grams. We want to make 10 patties all together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 58 grams out, and the 58 should appear in the minus, and that means you've got even balls every single time. I hope that made sense. Makes sense in my head. We're going to just get the ball, do a bit of this and a bit of that, and you should have patty. Pop that on the pan and then repeat until they're all beautifully in balls. All we're gonna do now is take them to the hob, cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes per side, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you. And that is everything done. Chicken patties are just done now. We're gonna pop that straight in the Tupperware. And we actually didn't do it in an hour, we did it all in 45 minutes, which is just insane. We've got our protein rice. This is all for one person for about 3 to 4 days. I would recommend you do this twice a week to keep everything fresh. It takes you 45 minutes at a time, which is just insane. And you've got mix and match ingredients that you can just build into whatever meals you want. And I'm gonna just reel off some ideas now so you have loads of things you can go away with and mix it up as many times as you can. So we've got protein rice. With this, you could have it with the chicken and the veggies. You could make yourself like an egg fried rice. You can mix some eggs in with it. Really, really simple. With the chicken patties, you could have this for your breakfast with some eggs. You could have it with the rice. You could have it on its own as a snack. You could have it in like a sandwich, like a chicken burger. The list is endless. We've got our veggies, which you can pair with the rice sauce, with the chicken sauce. You could have it in like a salad. You could put it in an omelette. If you want to make like an egg omelette, you can put a load of veggies in there. Really easy. The potatoes are just a really good carb source. Again, I've actually put this in like an omelette bake before. Gives you a carb source, really good. You can obviously pair that with a chicken. You can just do whatever you want. With the chicken, I always make like burritos. I chop it up with some avocado, put some like beans in there, wrap it up in a wrap, put it on a pan to crisp it off. Amazing. There's just so much you can do with this. And how easy is this compared to making like full-on meals that you just get bored of every single day? You can probably make like 1,000 different variations with these meals. And not only that, next week you could make like a lemon and herb chicken. The week after that, you could make like a Nando style rice. The week after that, you could do different types of veggies, change up the veggie sauce. So it's so easy to mix and match, and it takes you 45 minutes twice a week. 45 minutes twice a week. Like, are we hearing this? Meals are sorted. And you can do this 3 times over if you wanted it for you and your partner and your kids. It's so easy, guys. You need to get on it. Now, if you've got to this part of the video, so I know you're not just gonna watch this and do nothing after it, I want you to give me a hands up emoji to tell me that you're gonna actually lock it in and do this evening with your food shop, get it all prepped up for the week, and to give yourself a little bit of accountability as well. Let me know if you like this method, guys. Let me know if you want me to make another version of this video, but with other meal prep options, and then we can just do loads and loads and loads. Tag me in your Instagram stories if you do make it. And apart from that, subscribe, like, tell a friend, tell your grandma, tell your dog, and see you later.